God says, "My infant, the truth has been hidden from you for too long. The deception has run deep. The lies have wrapped themselves around your existence like chains, and now the time has come to break them." Archangel Michael has been dispatched with an urgent revelation. The heavens have moved. The throne of God has declared that the time of exposure is now. You have been in no way supposed to live in darkness. You had been in no way intended to be ignorant of the truth. That is why this message has reached you at this exact moment. Because your destiny has been altered. Due to the fact your records has been rewritten. Because what you thought you knew approximately yourself is not the truth. Your DNA does now not suit with the family you have got regarded. The bloodline you have believed to be yours isn't always your proper origin. There has been a cowl-up. A manipulation. A switch that become by no means speculated to be exposed. However, my baby, I'm the God of revelation. I'm the God of fact. And I'm tearing the veil that has been located over your lifestyles. From the instant you were born, there have been those who knew. There were individuals who whispered in secret, individuals who held files, folks that carried the know-how of your authentic lineage, however selected to hold it from you. Why? Due to the fact, in case you knew who you truly have been, in case you located the electricity that flows through your veins, if you understood the spiritual inheritance that has been assigned to you, the whole lot could alternate. You aren't ordinary. You had been never intended to be simply another individual within the crowd. The blood that runs via you includes something historic, something divine, something that terrifies the enemy. That is why they've labored so difficult to keep this from you. That is why they have got constructed partitions of deception around your beyond. This is why the human beings you depended on most had been part of this remarkable secret. However, now the key is being exposed. The hidden documents are being added to the floor. The statistics that were sealed are being opened. The voices that were silenced at the moment are speak me. The enemy is shaking because he knows his time is up. He is aware of that once you recognize who you truly are, when you step into your real identification, once you reclaim your rightful area, his grip on your lifestyles could be shattered all the time. This revelation will shake you. It will assignment the whole lot you notion you knew. It'll cause you to question your whole existence. However, my infant, do not be afraid. Do not permit worry consume you. I am with you. I've constantly been with you. Even when you have been within the midst of lies, I was nonetheless guiding you closer to the truth. Even if those round you deceived you, my angels were looking over you. Even when you felt by myself, you were never in reality alone. Your true bloodline incorporates strength. Your actual ancestors have been now not who you had been advised they have been. There's a royal historical past inside you. There's a divine calling upon your life. The enemy has spent years seeking to keep you from figuring out this, however, my toddler, the enemy has failed. Due to the fact now, the heavens have declared that it's time. Time to interrupt unfastened. Time to reclaim your identity. Time to step into your destiny. The individuals who raised you cannot have been privy to the full fact. Some of them were deceived themselves. A number of them suspected but had been afraid to speak. But there have been others, the ones in better places, people with authority, people with power, who knew precisely who you have been. They knew the burden of your identification. They knew that in case you ever found out, their plans would disintegrate. The machine has been in opposition to you from the beginning. They have stored you in a place in which you felt such as you didn't belong, and that become intentional. You've got continually felt different. You've got always sensed that something was off. That is because your spirit has been crying out for the truth. Your soul has regarded all along that something became being hidden from you. This revelation is not pretty much your earthly own family. It goes deeper than that. That is about your non-secular lineage. This is approximately the divine calling that has been located upon your life. That is approximately the power that flows on your blood. The enemy has spent generations trying to erase the proof, seeking to break the evidence, seeking to bury the reality. However, the reality cannot stay buried. The fact is rising to the surface. The truth is annoying to be known. There are people who will try and stop you from knowing extra. There are folks who will tell you to ignore this. There are individuals who will say you are imagining things. However, my baby, do no longer listen to them. The moment you opened this message, the shift commenced. The instant you received this revelation, the chains began breaking. The battle isn't over, but the enemy will try and fight lower back. He will ship confusion. He will ship distractions. He's going to try and make you doubt. But my baby, live focused. Stay sturdy. Do not let cross of what I am displaying you. Very quickly, an event will take area. Something will occur with a purpose to confirm everything I've advised you. A conversation will arise. A document may be uncovered. A message may be obtained. And whilst it occurs, you may take into account this moment. You may realize that this was no longer an accident. You may know that my hand is in this. I'm exposing the girl who played a position on this deception. She concept she had protected her tracks. She concept she had erased all evidence. But I see the whole thing. I recognize every secret. I pay attention each whisper. And now, she can be exposed. The lies may be undone, the truth can be shouted from the rooftops. Prepare yourself, my infant. Get equipped for the shock that is coming. Brace yourself for the moment whilst the curtain is pulled lower back. You are about to step into something more than you ever imagined. You're about to look the reality that will set you free. Do not delay. The next steps are critical. Be aware of the signs and symptoms I will send you. Listen to the confirmations that will come. Are seeking for my steering, and I can direct your route. The enemy has fought tough to hold you blind, but the darkness is lifting. The veil is being torn. You are selected. You're set apart. You aren't who they instructed you that you have been. You are a lot more. Walk on this fact. Embody this revelation. And watch as the whole thing changes. My cherished toddler, from the instant I formed you inside the secret location, I've watched over you with a love that is aware of no bounds. You have walked through existence feeling a positive weight, an unexplained distance, a sense of being specific even among folks that name you their very own. You've got requested questions to your heart. Questions you have been afraid to voice aloud. Questions that lingered inside the return of your thoughts when you looked around and felt that something turned into not because it seemed. These days, I bring you revelation. Nowadays, I communicate to you in reality so that you can also apprehend the reality that has been hidden for so long. These days, I dispose of the veil and divulge what become hid. This message is for you. It isn't always by using threat which you are analyzing these phrases. It isn't always an coincidence that your spirit has been stirred to are trying to find, to wonder, to look for solutions that others dismiss. Your DNA does no longer healthy along with your circle of relatives because your actual bloodline is considered one of divine foundation. You aren't merely the child of people who raised you. You aren't just a fabricated from earthly heritage. You belong to a more lineage, a higher calling, a destiny that stretches beyond what you've got been advised. You have got felt it, haven't you the manner your heart beats in another way, the way you see beyond what others see, the manner you recognize matters that no one taught you? That is due to the fact you're set aside. You're selected. You are called for something extra. You've got continually been one of a kind, and now you realize why. You have got been positioned where you are for a cause, however you aren't sure by means of the constraints of earthly bloodlines. Your real inheritance comes from me. Your real circle of relatives isn't always described by genetics, but by using the spirit. I've placed my mark upon you, and that mark cannot be erased. Irrespective of what others say, regardless of what they trust, you are mine. You belong to the lineage of kings, to the residence of righteousness, to the bloodline that carries the authority of heaven. This is why you have faced battles that others have now not. That is why you've got struggled in methods that others can't recognize. The enemy has regarded who you're even before you did, and he has attempted to prevent you, to silence you, to make you doubt yourself. However, no extra. Nowadays, you upward push within the reality. Today, you include who you clearly are. Do not be afraid. Relaxation confident, nothing will cross incorrect with you, for I am with you. Even within the moments if you have felt alone, when you have puzzled your area on this international, if you have cried out asking in case you definitely belong, I've been there. I have whispered in your soul, I've guided your steps, I've placed signs along your course to remind you which you are never deserted. The arena may shake, people may additionally flip towards you, however you'll no longer fall because my hand holds you up. I have referred to as you by using call, and no strength in heaven or on the earth can trade what I've decreed about you. You must consider me. You need to walk in religion, understanding that I have already gone before you. There may be moments while the enemy will try and confuse you, to make you doubt the fact that I've revealed. He will ship voices to inform you that this is not actual, that you are just imagining things, which you need to conform and stay silent. However, listen to my voice, specifically others. The world will constantly try to disguise what's divine, but you aren't of the arena. You belong to my nation, and my country is everlasting. Pray to me, and I will show you even more matters. Are seeking me, and I will monitor greater mysteries which have been hidden from the foundation of the arena. Believe me, and you'll stroll in a electricity that not anything can triumph over. You are not meant to be every day. That feeling interior of you that longs for something greater, that refuses to settle, that is aware of you were created for greater. It's far actual. It's far the calling I placed upon you before you had been even born. The sector may also have tried to form you into its mildew, to tell you who you have to be, however I am here to remind you that your identification isn't in what the arena says, however in what I have declared over you. Your royalty. You are an heir of my nation. You're a warrior in the spirit, a light within the darkness, a voice in order to now not be silenced. You have a venture, a cause that is going past what your eyes can see. Do no longer allow fear preserve you back. Do not let the lies of the enemy preserve you from moving into your destiny. The time is now. Humans will marvel. They will query. They may no longer recognize how someone like you could rise beyond the constraints located upon you. But this is due to the fact they do no longer recognize what I know. I see the cease from the start. I see the fullness of what you are intended to turn out to be. You aren't sure by using earthly guidelines, through human expectations, with the aid of the names and titles given to you. You're my infant. My blood flows through you. My spirit empowers you. My phrase strengthens you. Nothing can stop you when you stroll in obedience to me. There will be folks who will try to deceive you, who will attempt to manipulate the reality, who will twist phrases to make you believe which you are mistaken. But I'm not a god of misunderstanding. I do no longer speak after which change my mind. My word is everlasting, and what I've spoken over you is sealed in heaven. No man can rewrite your destiny. No pressure can undo what I've set into movement. This is why you have to live close to me, why you have to pray, why you have to shield your coronary heart towards the schemes of the enemy. The nearer you draw to me, the clearer my voice will become. The greater you are searching for me, the greater you will understand the mysteries of who you're and in which I'm taking you. You will no longer be harmed. You may not be forsaken. You may now not be lost. You're safe below my wings. Every step you take, I am with you. Every struggle you face, I fight for you. Each tear you shed, I seize in my arms. You are treasured to me, extra valuable than you can ever recognize. No matter what occurs round you, regardless of who tries to face on your way, my plan for you'll prevail. What I have spoken will come to bypass, and no person can prevent it. This is your affirmation. This is your awakening. This is the reality on the way to set you loose. You aren't like everybody else, because you had been by no means meant to be. You have been chosen for something more, and now is the time in order to upward thrust. Do now not shy away. Do no longer allow worry hold you sure. Accept as true within me, and you will see the success of the entirety I have promised. Stroll in religion. Walk in power. Stroll as the kid of the most excessive that you are. I am with you continually. I can by no means go away you. I will in no way permit you to cross. You're mine, and not anything will ever exchange that. Now go forward with confidence, understanding which you are walking in the fact of who you were constantly meant to be. I really like you with an everlasting love, and I will constantly be with you. Not anything can separate you from me. Nothing can exchange what I have spoken over you. You are safe. You are selected. You are loved. Now and for all time. God says, my infant, this revelation isn't always a mistake. What has been hidden for years is now coming to the mild. You have felt unique. You have got sensed the disconnect. You've got seemed round and questioned why you by no means truly felt such as you belonged. Now the fact is being unveiled. Your DNA does no longer fit together with your circle of relatives, and this isn't always through accident. This is a divine thriller that is unfolding earlier than your eyes. You have been positioned among them for a purpose, but your real identification has been concealed for too lengthy. Now, it's time on the way to recognize who you honestly are. My child, do no longer be afraid. I am the one revealing this to you, and I do no longer carry confusion. I carry clarity. You're set aside. Your bloodline is distinct due to the fact I've referred to as you for something greater. You had been never supposed to observe the same direction as those round you. Your future is written differently. What you deliver interior of you is rare, powerful, and deeply rooted in divine cause. The fact of your beginning has been shielded from you, but I'm lifting the veil now. You're approximately to walk into the knowledge of who you honestly are. You have got constantly felt like an interloper, constantly looking for where you clearly belong. You have looked for solutions, however none have happy the longing for your soul. That is because your spirit recognizes which you are connected to something higher, something historic, something that become ordained long earlier than you took your first breath. The blood flowing via your veins is wearing a lineage that the sector does now not but recognize. You have got been marked, chosen, and separated for a divine undertaking. Your real bloodline isn't bound via earthly names or circle of relatives' timber. Your heritage is from the heavens. You belong to a line of warriors, prophets, and divine messengers. There may be a spiritual legacy that has been located upon you, one this is more than any human connection. That is why you've got always felt exclusive. That is why you can never absolutely combo in. My toddler, I'm confirming it now, you had been in no way meant to. You have been born to stand out, to hold a mantle, to satisfy a divine motive that others cannot comprehend. However, concentrate cautiously, my child, for with this revelation comes first-rate obligation. The enemy has tried to preserve you blinded to this reality. He has labored through deception, through distraction, through the confusion of your beyond. He has attempted to make you doubt yourself, to make you experience unworthy, to convince you that you are normal. But you are not. You have been hidden for a time, however now, you are stepping into the fullness of your identification. And while you do, the forces that have worked against you'll start to tremble. Do now not let fear take preserve of you. Nothing will pass incorrect. I am with you, my infant. I have orchestrated each step of your adventure. Even the pain, the rejection, the loneliness, it changed into all a part of making ready you for the second. You needed to be examined. You had to stroll via the fire so that whilst you eventually notice the truth, you will be prepared to carry it. Now, I am establishing doors that no guy can shut. I am placing you in positions where your actual identification will shine. I am bringing human beings into your existence who understand who you truly are, now not for what they are able to gain, however due to the fact they're a part of your divine destiny. You have been chosen. You have been set apart. There are presents inside of you which have been ready to be unlocked. The dreams you have had, the visions you could not explain, the deep inner understanding that something greater become calling you, all of it has been leading to the second. My toddler, you need to now not forget about this calling. This isn't always pretty much understanding your bloodline. This is about embracing who I created you to be. The girl who has worked against you, the one who has whispered lies, the only who has attempted to cowl up the reality, her time is running out. She has held secrets, she has manipulated, she has tried to alter what I've set in motion. However, she can't conceal any further. The publicity has all started. She thought she should control the narrative, but I am the one who writes your story, and no one can change what I've ordained. Watch, my child. You'll see how the fact unfolds. You will get hold of confirmation. A record, a message, a communique you have been by no means intended to pay attention. It smiles all coming. And whilst it does, do no longer be shaken. Stand company, for I'm the only guiding you. There will be those who try to persuade you in any other case, individuals who will attempt to silence you, folks who will try to make you doubt what you know on your spirit. But you must hold directly to my phrase. Believe me, specially else. You are safe in my fingers. No harm will come to you. No plan fashioned against you will prosper. The enemy will try and stir worry to your heart, but he has already misplaced. I've positioned angels around you, my child. Archangel Michael himself is status guard, making sure that no assault will prevail. You're blanketed under my divine safety. However, concentrate to me, my infant. You ought to live in prayer. You have to seek me daily. The enemy does now not need you to walk in this reality. He'll try and distract you, to make you second guess, to ship people into your life who will attempt to tug you away from this direction. Do now not be deceived. Be vigilant. Hold your eyes on me, and I'm able to lead you into the fullness of your future. Your life is set to trade. The shift has already started. You will look back at this moment and recognize it became the turning point. Doorways that have been locked for years will unexpectedly open. Possibilities that regarded not possible can be placed in the front of you. Relationships that tired you may fall away, and divine connections will take their place. You're moving into a new season, my infant, and not anything can be the equal. My infant, accept as true within me. I'm your source, I'm your protector. I'm the one who is going before you, making the crooked places directly. You do not want to figure everything out for your own. Simply comply with my lead, and I will display you what to do. I'm able to place the proper phrases for your mouth. I can bring clarity to the confusion. I'm able to affirm my word to you over and over again until you haven't any doubt. Stand company. Lie faithful. The truth is unfolding, and shortly you may see why you had been distinctive all along. That is the moment your proper identity is found out. You were by no means misplaced, my infant. You had been usually mine. And now, the world will see it too.